Hello?
And welcome to Breaking Character.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so sorry.
I love that it was this robust welcome to Breaking Character and then just hello. like a small person stuck in a trash can.
I mean, that is an accurate description of me on every day.
Why are you talking about Oscar the Grouch?
Look, we all watched Sesame Street growing up, and we all turned into Oscar.
We kind of did.
Not me. Oscar and I have beef. You know what you did, Oscar.
I'm more of a Grover, I think. Or maybe me and Tony are Bert and Ernie. You guys can decide which one's which.
Oh, wow.
Dibs
yes.
on Bert.
Oh, my God.
Dibs on Bert.
Hello, everybody. This is Adventures and Initiative. We are Breaking Character, and welcome to another week of just insanity. You know the drill. We try to stay in character. Sometimes we succeed. Sometimes we fail.
Is that the point of the show? Whoops.
I thought so.
Chat is keeping score. Let us know if we do better on one or with the other. Thank you all for coming. Let's meet our players and the characters that they will be playing. This week we will be without one character. Rev is off away doing said things, and we will not have Baldric voiced this time. But let us meet our others, starting with...
Real quick.
Yes.
It was either recently or maybe this week. I'm not actually sure if it's for this week or not, but it was recently Rev's latest revolution around the sun, right?
Ooh.
That was like a couple months ago.
A month ago? 2 months ago? Great. I'm belated. Never mind.
Like March.
Mine's in 5 days. But I think it's closer to the next session, this one.
No, I'm
oh, okay.
Right? So mean.
No, it's...
I did forget to mention mine was this month.
Oh.
It was the 7th.
Why didn't you say anything?
Mine was back on the 31st of July.
31st, buddies. May.
And I think we're going to take a second and wish happy birthday to our 50% of the crew that has birthdays this month somehow.
Let's do an August / last day of July thing. So
insane.
Hello everyone, and happy birthday, and thank you for being here.
Happy birthday.
Let's start off with the next. Let's start with the next birthday boy. Let's have Brett talk about himself and the character he will be playing today.
Thank you. I am the future birthday boy. My birth age is my birth age. Never mind. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going. I've been not doing anything adulty, but apparently I have. Who knows? What is this wolf? Let me check. Anyway, I am playing Boston Jones, the fighter paladin mix who's having a bit of a situation, and I am just Brett, or the cloak DM everywhere.
Fenra.
Woohoo. Hi guys, I am Fenrana, or I'm playing Fenrana. And they are Bard, Kelstar, Dream person. Huzzah. Kalistar, something like that. And slowly becoming more terrified of their cohorts. Let's face it at this point.
Darkness. Would you mind explaining your character? Also, let us know about the new discount.
Sure. So I am playing Ramita Thornstep, the stout halfling barbarian that's just everywhere for no reason. And Ramita's just excited for what's next. Every new step is a new thing. And then the code is, we have a new code. It is going to be $20 off an order of 120 more at War Games Delivered. It's called Don't Break 20. And free shipping for orders over $99.
Tony.
Hi. I play a character sometimes. That's definitely not anything like me. Hi, I'm Tony, and I play Nash, the half-orc barbarian who is turning out to possibly maybe be a moral compass at times for the party, which is wild.
He just wants to avoid going to jail. Let's face
Yeah,
it.
it's not about him trying to be the good guy. He just doesn't want to go back to prison.
That's
He genuinely seemed upset with the murder.
What murder?
Sure, okay. Yeah, what murder?
Rounds.
There was no murder. There's no proof of murder. There's not even any bodies injured.
I don't even know what a corpse looks like.
for the record, he does not officially know about murder. But anyway, yeah, and
Yes, he does.
Well, yes and no.
Debatable.
There's a technicality about why he was imprisoned, but anyway, that's for later. That's
Jaywalking's a bastard of the future.
It's definitely
fine.
not for tax evasion.
Basically, right now, his world is black and white. It's what things that will put him back in jail and things that won't put him back in jail. That's where his alignment is.
And somehow he's ended up with this crew. So
You can't pick your friends. Oh, you can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends, and somehow you've messed that up terribly.
Look, I'm not good at
He
choices,
started-
okay?
He started with making a friend in prison, so like, what do you expect?
And the friend
Can't
was
be helped.
like, "Here, let me help you get on the right path." And now look what you've done.
Let's do a story recap. Get on with the story. All right, so last week on our breaking character episode, while everyone starts to calm down and get into character, hopefully, we left the crew as let's see. They all rejoined back at the hotel that they're staying at. They had paid for one night. They've already had that one night, and they're having a luncheon while Boston and Baldric went shopping. Got a few basic materials. Learned of a train robbery that has been happening for the last few months, and the shipments just not making it to their delivery destinations. Returned and grouped with the Nash and Ramita, and Finrana discovered a little bit about a few things that were precedent at their university. That's the word. And then as Boston was getting a call from Tobias, Ramita was swept up by a gaggle of waitresses who just absolutely found her adorable. And Baldric decided to wander off, saying he had an appointment to make. At this point, we are going to join in with the crew and find out what their next decisions are.
I suppose we should probably go get Ramita if we're to follow this lead that your church has now given us.
Yeah. About that. Fen, I'm gonna ask you a very personal question. I want you to ask me honestly. Have you ever been in a
Right.
brawl? Like a fight? Anything?
You mean like one for real or for training?
Either. Sure, either.
I mean, I've been in simulations of sorts.
Simulations don't do it justice.
Nah, not even a little bit. The adrenaline.
There was a.
I have been made very, very, very aware of that with our little adventure.
My coach used to say, but it's got a plan until you get hit in the face. And sounds like you got a plan.
I have yet to be hit in the face. Yes, that is a thing.
I'm not gonna hit you in the face, in case that you're wondering if this is some sort of like initiation bullshit.
It had not crossed my mind. However, now it is. And they like scooch their chair back.
Nice. If you're gonna hit somebody, make sure you can either back up the punch or make it worth your time.
I do remember distinctly dropping scaffolding on people, not even a day ago. So
That is true. But I got a question. How often can you rely on that until you need to bring out your physical prowess?
When you say physical prowess,
Hit me.
that will not go well for either of us.
I mean, it'd go great.
By
for
saying
me.
what do you say? I'm sorry.
Nash says it'd go great for me.
Are you afraid like you're gonna break a nail or like you're gonna ruin my
Chuckle.
mug? This mug has been destroyed so many times. There's nothing you could do that hasn't happened to it. Probably.
To be a bit more specific, that particular spell I could do about 3 more times today.
I'm just saying in general, it wouldn't hurt to get yourself some sort of. Also, that was pretty loud. You want to be quiet sometimes, and sometimes these are the quietest things you got.
Magic is all very sound-based.
I just want to be prepared is all.
Completely valid. Yes, I do have a few things I can do endlessly, though they don't pack very much punch, as it were, to use your...
That's the difference. My punch packs a punch.
Yeah.
I do have a sword.
In fact, 1 punch for 2 punches. Very zesty.
I see. Again, I say, I do have a sword, technically.
Technically, I can give you a sword if you need a sword.
That's not...
No, swords are better than
technically
nothing.
a sword-
Being up close and personal with people is not exactly my purview of fighting. I'd like to stay back and yell things at them.
Well, if you're
Yeah,
not
but it's a
sure
fight.
it's a sword, you should probably just be using a baseball bat.
Is it like a butter knife that it can extend? Like, what is it?
Fen pulls a, rather, it's kind of disguised to be just a normal walking stick.
Oh. You got what Baldrick's got. That's fine.
Precisely.
Do you know how to use it?
There was fencing classes in the university, yes.
I just thought of from Zoro. Yeah, the sticky part, the pointy part goes in the other man.
Basically. That's their knowledge of this. The pointy part goes at them.
I don't. Don't look at me like that, Nash. We don't have time.
I mean,
Again, I do
we have
have
all
magic.
the time in the world when somebody's dead. Like, so either we got the time or we don't got the time.
I'm gonna see the message from Father Tobias. Is it just I know where they are, or is it like I know where they are, period, waiting for a response, or did he give me coordinates?
So the message was, we think we know where they are, and contact me when you get this.
Did you guys save me from the waitresses yet?
Nope.
No.
Oh no, you're Ramita is in the middle of a shopping spa spree, so there is
There is
they
no
are
saving.
taking her.
To be
They
fair, you
have-
did just get drugged. I'm sure you're a little tense. Be good for your pores. Get everything nice and
Massage.
relaxed.
I
Yeah.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
try
no,
to-
they're doing the whole. Sorry.
You first.
I was
DM
gonna say,
first.
they're doing the whole thing of taking you to spa, getting the towelette on your face, and you do hand massages and the washing the nails and painting and just like, and then just chatting up a storm about their personal lives and like talking with each other because they know each other so well, but how much you remind them of so and what they used to do and what your kids and grandkids are like, and just absolutely just the whole thing.
And for the record, Nash did try to save you from this. But someone refused.
Mhm.
There are worse
No one-
forms. There are worse forms of torture, for the record. She'll be
Fair.
fine if
What
If there was
she's
problems-
going through doesn't sound terrible at all.
if there was trouble, we'd hear fire alarms.
I mean, Granny can, take
Yeah.
care of herself. I'm not worried about Granny. Except when she gets
Distinctly looks
drugged
at Fen.
and, stolen on a bus. In which case, then I do worry about Granny.
Yeah, and the reason why we're having this conversation about your prowess in the first place is because someone you're with.
Got
God,
drugged and kidnapped, yes. It is fair to say that also Rick got kidnapped and I wouldn't say drugged because he cannot be drugged, but he was bombed.
To clarify, he got distracted and sprung a trap that was there before we even got there. That's not on me.
He also decided not to go jogging with us.
That is also true.
Sorry, you went jogging. Right. Anyway, I do know how to fight. Not physically, however. My profession is more making the enemy less good at fighting.
I mean, I do the exact same thing, but with actual fighting.
Mhm. To put it simply, I have multiple spells that can make us hardier and them less so.
So are you saying you can pump me up? 'Cause
I can indeed.
good to know. Good to know.
I can make you faster, I can make you stronger, I can make you more dexterous. Smarter, hardier.
It sounds like you're gonna give him some sort of like steroid.
Not at all, just a basic energy boost, really.
Yeah, energy boost.
There are no adverse side effects, as is with medicine and other illicit drugs. Also, it's not really detectable. So there's that.
Those are the exact same words that they said about the last time I got jabbed with a needle.
Yeah,
I am not jabbing you with a needle, I'm literally just touching you.
I would.
I
mean,
it's
You're
it's
from a
touch
very
spell.
I'm just saying, you come from a very fancy place. You glow in the dark. I don't know if you don't got little syringes in the tips of your fingers. I don't know.
No, I am completely human.
What are you saying? That someone's been modified as inhuman?
More to the fact that they are technically considered cyborg.
And I'm going to the Chit Temple. I gotta.
Anyone who has been augmented is technically considered a cyborg. It is literally the definition of it.
People's people.
People are people, however. It is not bad to be cybernetically enhanced. It's just I do not have the capabilities that one such would have.
You just glow in the dark like somebody did.
Yeah, because that's totally normal.
Yeah, only my eyes glow.
That still ain't quite normal, but I mean,
No.
we're not. Look, I ain't splitting hairs.
If
with
it
you
helps
here.
any, it hasn't happened all the time.
That-
Only recently.
Just when you turned it on, because that sort of sounds like cybernetics again. It's possible that just like they knocked you out when you weren't looking or something,
I do know the cause of mine, but no.
Is it studying too much? I always heard that would do weird things to your eyes.
In a way,
Well-
you are correct.
Boston is gonna ping Ramita. Hey, the knock is spewing some weird nonsense. You ready to go see the father?
Ramita's gonna fumble and bring it up while someone's like grabbing her nails, like, save me.
He's gonna tear off the phone and say, she said she could use about another 30 minutes.
We could always get refreshments or more food, though our meal ticket did just walk out the door. Did he pay?
Nah.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
How much do you think this all costs?
I thought it was. We're at the hotel. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm
but we
fairly
only
certain,
did for
but
the
we
one
only
night.
paid for their breakfast. Breakfast is
Okay.
the only comp meal, right?
They're gonna charge it to the room. I thought.
I can book a small rooms. Actually, why haven't you paid for anything? You're the fancy kid.
Because my allotment of money is not exactly meant for fancy. There's a reason I was staying at the church. We
You
aren't
guys were to
exactly
save
paid.
me. I could help you.
We would have to run out on the bill to save you.
Yeah, that's a felon, and Nash can't do that. Get dine and dash.
Nash, however,
Finn-
can leave it in your capable hands, and so that's what he's gonna do. You guys take care of this. I'm gonna go get Granny.
Nash, I sweat.
We'll be good. You guys you
And
got
then
this.
there
I
were
believe in
two.
you. And Nash is gonna wait.
One
into...
who's willing to run and dine and dash, and the other one who is not. Fenrana, you'll perhaps remember or think of the status that Aren had allotted you for your stay into investigating the
Does that give me
whereabouts.
money?
It gives you credit, and they can charge it to the university.
Oh,
So it's
actually. I do have a rather unorthodox way of paying for this that, in fact, sticks the tab on my university, if that is pleasing.
So yeah, I mean, you do whatever you want. I don't really care. I'm just giving you shit because you take it so personally. And Boston will walk over and pay for the meal.
They just
Does
kind of
Boston
sit there
have
staring
the
where
money?
Boston used to be.
Does Boston have the money for this?
I should. I definitely should. How much is this all gonna cost?
Let me look at my table.
Ben is poor. Ben's poor.
No, I think Fen has money. More than
Ben-
Boston.
Fen only has 96 kilo. Was
Is
what
that
we discussed.
Is that what you have? Because I
That's
read
what I had. 96
I
was
looked
kilo.
at your-
96 kilo, wasn't it? Could be
Is
wrong.
that the gold? So I was looking at your character sheet.
No. It's the silver because I don't have gold. The gold is just ignore the gold. I didn't erase it whenever I first started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fen's poor.
Okay. So Fen has. So is silver is 96k. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. No.
Fen's poor.
This meal in Vorak, or starting with 2, adding a third. I don't know how many people got meals, but that would be somewhere around 4k.
Okay, I can do that. And
I can afford that. Cool.
yeah, And also, I'm gonna get our rooms here for another day, just to
That is
Make
going
sure.
to be, however, that is going to be costly.
that. I mean, I'll
The
be okay.
motel for another night would be 120K.
I can do it. I don't like it, but I can do it.
Okay.
Putting this on Rick's tab.
Mental note for later to be like, Rick.
Rick owes me.
Rick owes Boston so much.
To be fair.
This bill is ridiculous.
Yes. So
you
a
said
motel-
120?
Yes, 120K. For wait, how many rooms were there?
I think we
5?
each had our own up first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Uh,
so. Even Rick,
Okay, then that would be
because he turned his into a lunchroom.
because that would be closer
Yes.
to that'll be 5 times that much. So we're looking at 600K.
What? No way. Hang on. Checking math. There's no way.
That's obscene.
Check the
I mean, it
table.
makes sense, but yeah.
No, I'm checking to see if we have the previous pricing.
Well, okay.
Each so the things
Looking
are worth
at-
1,000 of the lower one. If that's what you're looking for.
No. I'm seeing if we have it where,
There may be notes on what we paid for the rooms to start with.
yeah.
Right.
Ah.
Let me check back because that would have been like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah, looking at
It
3
was a while back, yeah.
a while back. It was a month ago.
Bro, listen.
I am.
Moved since then.
That you know what? That is fair.
Yeah, sir, you can't smoke here. Boston tells Rick that he owes him money. Donates to church.
Killed, disguising to Tobias. Though it was 2.5 megabytes.
So it's more.
That's even more. Because a megabyte is 1,000 kilobytes.
Okay. Okay. That price makes a bit more sense because I can afford that, but when I did the math, it did not make any sense. So
Yeah.
ignore me.
It was okay. So yeah, 2.5 megabytes. It was basically it was half a megabyte per room,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a posh hotel because Baldric could afford it. And that's what you went for was
Right.
4-star instead of a 2-star.
Okay, I got that. I paid it.
Wait.
I ain't happy, but I paid it.
You have 2.5 megabytes?
Yeah, I have. When we tried it, it's in my Boston notes. I have
Mhm.
over 400 of those.
You have 400 megabytes?
Yes.
Oh.
He hasn't spent
thought you were
anything
poor.
since the game
No,
started.
Nash
that's
is
Nash.
poor.
That's very-
Boston
Okay.
is well off because he's been he's had a job and he doesn't.
Okay.
He's cheap.
For comparison, in session 1, Boston gave Nash a megabyte, and it was something like 10,000 times more money than he's had in years. It's maybe 100,000, but
Being a
Maybe.
cowboy is a very fruitful business.
It is. It is. I tried to check your chart as well to see how much your character had, and I did not see the reference. So
It's in my notes page. I think I've sent it to you before, but I'll send it to you again.
okay, cool. All right, so yeah, it's 2.5 megabytes instead
Yeah.
of the old number I had earlier. One time checking the notes kind of counts against you.
Like,
Okay. So, pay for another night. Meal
Yeah.
is paid for, one way or another.
mhm.
What do you guys do?
I mean, Oh wait, I'm disappeared at the moment, aren't I?
We should probably go
Walked
see
away
what.
from the tab.
Yeah, we should see what the father wants to say, and I feel like that we should have at least Ramita and Nash back for that. But so if you don't want me asking, Fen, why this line of work?
I have a certain goal that could no longer be furthered at the university. I have to help a friend with something.
Help a friend.
Help a friend.
Cool.
And it just so happens that I've now stumbled into a cult that hates technology. Which makes no sense, but I digress.
People are
Yeah.
gonna want to believe whatever they want to because it makes them feel special and different.
Unfortunately for them, they're completely wrong about how magic and technology work together, but
I mean, but to them, they're right. You can't invalidate their opinion because it's theirs. It might be wrong, but telling them they're wrong is just gonna piss them off.
to believe the Earth is flat is lunacy.
Whoa!
I am going for it, bro. Just because you believe a certain thing does not make it true. There is an abundance of information out there proving that magic and technology coexist rather seamlessly. And in some cases have joined.
Sure. But if they believe that with all their heart, you tell them that they're wrong is just gonna make them lash out. Or, if you throw a punch at them after you've proven the facts, either they're gonna believe you or come back at you with a couple buddies. It's a lose-lose-lose situation. Let morons be morons.
I do not see the point in willingly letting yourself be completely delusional.
If they ain't hurt anyone, it shouldn't be a problem.
But they are hurting people.
Well, then they need to get their teeth kicked in. Otherwise, let them do what they want. That's why there's so many religions. If they don't mess with you, don't give a fuck.
And that's fair, but again, these ones very specifically are.
Oh, I agree with you. That's a problem. But if people want to be morons, let them be morons. As long as they ain't hurting people. Unless they're hurting themselves, and then if they're enjoying the pain, though, that gets a whole different breed of complications. Let's go find Nash and
Drop that one where it is and not touch it ever again. We should go find our other two companions.
yeah, Boston's gonna see if Ramita's done. By the way, it's been about 15 minutes. I'm sure that maybe they want some more time. I take everything I say with a grain of salt. It looks like they might have been given some extra mimosas when they're out there.
At this point, Ramita is done having the nails and the skin and the face, everything, and the girls have decided that they're going to go shopping. And they are walking the curbside, the sidewalk, going from store to store. And to be honest, at this point, they've only just now begun. They haven't gotten to their first store yet. Nash is walking said sidewalk as well, and off in the distance sees a crowd of women, many of them still in their work clothes from waitressing at the hotel, and Ramita somewhere in the middle with the short legs trying to keep up.
Just getting dragged along. Someone has my hand.
Basically, there's like 3 girls behind her and 2 in front, and Ramita's in the middle, trying not to get stepped on, but also trying not to,
I feel like they gave her one of those monkey backpacks that have the leash. It's a little harness that we're gonna
Just
try to
like
go
a-
from. They just have they just pull her back.
Yeah, they just keep grabbing her shoulders, like, oh, look over here and look at this, and just pushing her along.
I feel like Granny.
It's like,
would throw
yes, sweetie,
hands
that's
at that
cute.
point. I mean, yeah. Nash will see that, and he'll just lengthen his stride. If they're slowing to keep up with Granny, he'll catch up with them. He doesn't want to rush at a crowd of ladies. That feels like a poor decision, you know?
I mean, the short shorts would make him a little more comfortable, I think. They're probably jealous of him.
Or you're
It
gonna get a
also
lot
could
of
go
weird
very much the
ladies
opposite
numbers.
way.
yeah, the short shorts, they do have sort of mesh hips.
Mm.
So to really show off the quads. So you know, there's that.
Yeah.
And,
Can I like
his
hear your stomping coming
ripped
up?
mesh shirt. Probably. Yeah, he does have big clod humper or clod humpers.
Excuse me?
What?
I'm looking down like I need to find an audio for Nash so I can, tease you about it. But now,
Now we're just here in this moment. We don't need
Yep,
to find the audio.
nope, yeah. Clod humpers, that's going in the quote wall.
Clod
So,
humpers.
Granny's like kind of looking around because she's hearing some heavy footsteps, and she's just like, wait, do I know those? Trying to like look under the legs and stuff. So can I see the feet coming towards me?
Sure, yeah. Within 10 feet, you see big, thick barbarian half-orc thighs and like those baseball socks and really long boots.
He has
Um,
knee socks? Is that what you're telling me?
He
Yeah.
That's
does
what I've
not
seen. That's
actually-
the images that I've seen.
No, he does not actually have knee socks. He does have high ankle boots, though.
Okay.
They're well.
Well, he's got socks to go above the high ankles, so.
I don't remember.
I am
that.
sorrow now.
Oh no? Okay,
Not-
that's what I've seen.
Not that I know.
Maybe
of.
that's in my head. That's canon in my head. But yeah, you see the familiar footsteps of Nash coming at a regular, slightly brisk walk.
I'm gonna turn to the ladies and be like, oh dear, sweeties. Thank you so
Yeah.
I'll just be
Okay,
like, yeah, that's my group.
Discord just
Um,
crashed on me. Give
Looks
me
like they
a
need
half
me for
second
something.
One second.
Here.
Tony's the one that's broadcasting.
Oh, yeah.
1 second.
There we go. Okay, so it looks like we're back up and running. I lost everybody for a second.
Yeah,
because
you were
Discord-
bugging out hard for
It
me.
just went poofed.
Yeah, Discord decided that I was a problem.
You keep saying you are, so maybe it's believing you.
Ironically, everyone else is fine. Oh, I need to
You-
turn on my camera. Yeah,
You've been
we're back
replaced
up
by-
and running. We're good to go.
All right, technical
Okay.
difficulties. We need like a
So-
screen.
Just automatically pop up. Anyway, Granny's gonna kindly say to the ladies, thank you for the nice day. It looks like my group is looking for me, so I'm gonna have to go. And I hand them all butterscotches as I try to make my way towards them.
You hear a few, "Aw, really? Do you have to?" And "We'll see you later." And "Been nice knowing you," and all that other stuff as they leave.
I get up and I'm just like, yep. You gotta have your ends at these expensive places.
Nash, you see a little halfling, stout elder come approach you and just scurry along away from the crowd of women.
That seems like you were having fun. It's a little bit sorry to crash the party there.
Thank you so much. There's only so much I can handle.
I mean,
people just. I'm not a bathing person.
that. I'm glad my
sure
nose
that's
is
the
up
line we
here.
want to go?
Just gonna.
Put that in the quote book.
How? I have many questions that I don't know that I want the answer to.
Concern
And
Nash
I
noises.
think that I will have had my last butterscotch. I am now allergic, I think.
Just suddenly I've developed this allergy.
It makes me itchy in places. It's best not to
Mostly my
describe.
brain.
If you'll remember, Nash, she was crawling on your shoulders at the diner
Look,
when you first met her.
and I have since taken a couple of showers, so that's good.
As I see Nash's like confused face, I'm like, I shower once a week.
That's better than most people up till about 1800.
we, that's nope. That's definitely not the way. There's you really need the 3 shower routine, okay? Shower in the morning before the workout, shower right after the workout, and then a 3rd shower midday because you've anxiety sweat through every shirt you ever got.
But
Nash, you only have 2 shirts. We say walking up behind him.
At this
Isn't
point,
it
the rest of the crew has
excessive?
joined you guys.
I do in fact wash my shirt.
In the
my
shower.
undershirts.
No, in the sink. Why would you wash it in the shower? It's really hard to get the
Yeah, you
scrub
can't
on.
lather up while you're lathering yourself up. That'd be weird.
I was very confused.
It's not. I mean, this is lush. It might be
There
good
are
for
machines
a loofah.
for that.
You could use it as a nice loofah. I
That
think.
is true, but then you wouldn't want to wear it though.
Yeah, probably not. It'd rip more. It's already kind of ripped.
Kind of.
Again, we can
There are-
go get you more clothes.
Yeah.
There are perfectly serviceable machines for that. You
Also-
realize this?
Those ladies are going shopping if you want to go join them. I'll give you a few bucks.
It's. I
It'd
mean,
be
I'm
the
not
most
gonna
social-
lie. It's tempting, and it did sound like they were doing pedicures, which I would absolutely die for. However,
Yeah, I haven't had one in a while.
That's
either.
already done.
But that's your manic. Yeah, okay. But I guess
Manicure, not panicure,
Shows
but
a
whatever.
hole.
I was talking.
No,
about-
but I have boots on. I'm not going to take my boot off just to show you my toes.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I mean,
At
that's
this
fine.
point,
honestly,
the couple.
We have lost the plot.
keep your boots on. And we should
Respectfully,
go to the
keep your boots
temple. Right? That
Oh.
was where we were headed.
I
The
believe
temple.
that was the goal. Yes.
Yeah, well, actually, Tobias just said call him whenever I got the chance, and I figure you guys would probably want to hear what he had to say.
Mita, you have received a message amongst the chaos of being swept away with a group of girls. You receive a message back from Viper, your grandchild. They're fine. They're doing all right. Kind of getting the cabin fever. Want to get out. How are you? Do you need them? Can they come join you? Where are you at? All of the questions.
Grandma, I'm bored.
Yes. Yes, the very, very typical teenage. I'm bored, Grandma. Also, the there's nothing to eat when you know for a fact that there is a fridge full of food. You just need to cook it. But the kid, of course, is done with the gushers, so like, yeah, there's nothing.
I mean,
and the
Gushers are
Grison
one of the top
and the
5 food groups.
Yeah,
I mean,
right next to processed cheese.
Lactose intolerance.
Nash, you receive a message from Spider. It's been a little over a day, so it's a little about on par with what he normally responds with. With the information, it says, "Thanks for the buzz. Haven't caught anything in my web yet. We'll keep an eye out for it. Let me know if you need anything else."
Sounds good. He'll type out a message back. Sounds good. If you do catch anything in your web, there is a hungry piggy with coins in its belly that would be happy to learn more.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, he'll type that. He'll probably misspell a few things in that. Just as he's trying to like
Lovely himbo.
type it out.
I was gonna say Granny sends a message back to Viper, just being like, just make sure you don't go anywhere. Like, shit's going down, and like, I don't want you to get in, be part of it, because you're at the age. Well, older, but they're going after kids. And eat the food in the fridge, damn it.
You know how to cook. Okay. Message is sent. And Tobias is waiting for a reply. And y'all are in the middle, probably a block or two away from the hotel and busy street section. It's kind of a touristy area. People are walking by, people are shopping, outside eateries, all the works.
Okay.
Let's
What do you guys
I will look at him and say, all right, I'm gonna text back to Tobias. All right, that's wonderful news, Father. Do you have coordinates, or what can we do to help?
After a few moments, you see indicator that he's messaging you back. We have a location. We wish to coordinate with the local authorities to make arrests.
No one can see me, but I just like perked up all kinds. Like, hey, that me. That me, kind of. I can boss him
That
around.
can definitely be arranged. Because yeah, definitely can be done. I got a buddy. I got somebody on the inside that could help. I got someone on the force that might help. Brain.
Message back receives. Understandable. See you soon.
Can I get the coordinates now? Question mark.
Message received comes back. Would prefer to relay to you in person. Don't want you to do anything rash.
That is a fair assessment of how everything has been going recently.
Yeah, but that's not like him. You're muted, Nash.
Yeah, I realized that as soon as I said it.
No.
Nash pops up. We're pretty far off from a rash.
Yeah, but he's trusting, and he's always had faith in me. Only one other time he's never really said anything like this, and it's always kind of bugged me. I don't like it. You guys remember that prison break a couple years ago?
Do
No.
I remember a prison break a couple years ago?
Yeah.
It made the news, so yes, everyone should know about it. And if I
Okay.
need to, I can do a refresher.
Please do for the audience.
All right, let's do a refresher. So it was. I'm a little lost on the time scale, but there were a few. I want to say it was a couple years ago.
One
It was
second,
before-
let me double check.
It was before I met Nash.
It was definitely before you met Nash, but I don't know if it was before Nash went to jail or prison.
So when we'd originally set this up, it was before Nash. He did not know about it. Then we changed the whole timeline. So
That's
Yeah.
why I'm a little confused. I want to say
Um,
Nash found out about it.
Yeah. So he would have heard about it afterwards. I assume that he ended up
Okay.
in prison shortly afterward.
So yeah, there was a prison break. I want to say 3.5 years before this date. That broke out. Several inmates, more than 18, I believe, escaped from. And once I find the name of it, I will let you guys know what prison it was.
Black Crow.
Black Crow. Thank you.
I have it pulled
yes,
up.
thank you. From the Black Crow prison. The rioting it was started and went over a course of 2 or 3 nights. It was a series. It was a organized, set up, and dozens of inmates fled. Several of them were returned by several independent
Cowboys,
Contractors, cowboys. But there were still some that were not accounted for. The warden at the time was asked to step down and took a hiatus, but then came back after 18 months, of which, unfortunately, Nash had to deal with.
He was a real piece of shit.
Yeah. Most wardens are, though.
I mean, some of them just worry about the paperwork and stay out of the way.
Yeah. Well, Tobias, I was working at the church at the time, and Tobias, for 2 weeks, was gone during that time, and he did not breathe a word about what was going on to anyone. Which is bizarre.
Do you think he was part of it?
I don't know. He's all about, giving people second chances, but like, if he knew about this whole organization, the whole cult thing, and you mentioned that, some people, there was references to this a couple of years ago too, right?
Yes, and all of its leaders were incarcerated.
Right.
That does not bode well.
No. And we also don't know, actually, out of character real quick, I know breaking the rules, but did Fen specify about the whole, like, chemical, the person who made the chemical compound, like, that there's been a leak in the system?
Yes.
To the group?
Yeah, they had already said that the reason why they have the power to put themselves in charge of the police and the investigation here is because of that leak.
Yeah, we don't know if the janitor at that place that might have been taking sips from a little too much off the top could have been arrested and was thrown there and got away out through that, or whatever. Just too many pieces just add up in a way that I don't like.
So you don't want to trust your church?
I would trust Tobias with my life, but I also would trust anyone to end my life.
Valid, especially in your line of work. Do we approach the authorities first, then? Get those ducks in a row?
Yeah.
Without informing them of any inclusion of the church, or...
No, we should, you almost made me go Bruce there. We should get Tobias in on this, because if he doesn't act surprised from all this, then we're gonna have a problem.
I mean, what if he's not like really had a part in it, but he's kind of known about it and has been trying to stop it on the down low.
Then unfortunately, that makes him just as guilty as the others.
It's an accomplice then.
He has willingly let children be tortured, for lack of a better word.
He said he knew about this cult for about 3 months, and he knew that they were doing things that weren't, acceptable. But he didn't contact the authorities or anything. He knew that they were committing hate crimes, and didn't do horseshit about it. Don't get me wrong. I love Tobias. He's like the fight I never had. But there's a fine line between justice and loyalty. Especially when it has to deal with kids.
Well, does Tobias have any kids, or did he adopt any other than kind of you?
Not that I'm aware of, and we weren't even that close. He just gave me
Gave you your new start.
a lot of good it did.
I don't know. You're going after a cult who's torturing children currently. That is definitely a step in the right direction.
I mean, I could've-
do not know where you were previously.
Not very interesting.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Let's see if the dice work with me. No, the dice do not work with me. That's natural one.
That's another one for Fenrana. All right.
Ben just does not have luck
Well,
at all.
I mean, from what we've discovered, I think Boston's pretty hard to read, but he genuinely believes the story is not that interesting.
There we go. That's good. Just go with that.
Yeah, he just
All right, so I would like some assistance figuring out exactly where I might find the head of the police in this city, if anyone might know that.
Do I know where the cops are? Do I know where the police station is?
I
For
mean,
other
if you
reasons,
don't, Nash does. Or wait, no. This isn't
Not
the
in
city he was
Borax.
arrested.
This
Never
isn't the
mind.
city. No.
but I've been in this city, so I probably might
I
know it
wanna
for
say
legitimate reasons.
He knows the whereabouts. Probably just enough to stay away from it. But definitely not like. It's like on that corner over there in that section of that district, etc.
It's in that block somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
and because like maybe he's gone by and seen a couple of cops.
If you throw a brick in that direction, you'll hear sirens go off. It's probably the right area.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we'll start heading that way, yes?
Sure.
Off we
Sounds
go.
about right.
I'm and as we're walking, Boston is gonna start clipping some of his recordings that we had of that situation, avoiding some of the things that might be questionable, like commandeering a vehicle and all that stuff.
Start blacklining some of the message.
Yeah.
Redacted. It's fine.
They'll never know.
Unfortunately, that is rather privileged information, privy only to the authorities in Auroran.
Here we
Well,
go.
I'm actually a cowboy, and how I do my methods are fine as long as no one gets hurt in the process. We returned the car with a full tank of gas. Didn't even have a full tank when we got it.
I was trying to make another outfit, but yeah, no, if that works. I'm going to use this.
You've created a monster.
Yeah. So, it takes a few. How do you get there?
Bus, if possible,
We can go bus.
or
There's
some
plenty
kind of transit, or Uber.
There's plenty of public transportation as well as private. Uber types would be, you'd have to pay for it. Taxi. But being in the main city of Vorak and having the Lathander Church being one of the major attractions, or as far as the religious churches go,
Mhm. It's a big
a lot
money
of the-
grab.
oh yeah, it's a big touristy thing for people who
Mhm.
are, not just you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Words are escaping me right now, but
It's all good. It's all
devouts.
good. We get you.
Devouts is what I was going for. A lot of devouts will come in a regular basis, as well as anyone who lives there to maintain the city. The public transportation is free. You can jump on it at any point, get off it at any point. It is automated, motorized. They use their eco fuel. It's based off sun and solar, or wind turbines, electric magnetics, and it goes at a pace that is faster than walking, but not speedy. So, depending on how fast you want to get there, personal taxi would be preferred, or you could just jump on something free and just talk on the way there.
So how was your girl time?
My skin feels weirdly young.
You do look a lot more glowing, as it were.
Refreshed. You look refreshed.
There we go.
It's strange. Like, normally I'm protected by dirt. And
That was the
Other
most
stuff.
tough thing from Avatar: The Last Airbender you could possibly have said.
tough.
You notice, Finrana, or Ramita, sorry, Ramita, you notice that walking, you can't tell if there's a breeze or if the air is just kind of blush against your skin, and the air is just, it feels, you are suddenly hyper aware of your surroundings. The sun is a little more warmer and brighter. It's just, yeah. If somebody coughs, you kind of feel the air kind of moving around you. It's a new sensation. A little weird, little tingly.
Tingly.
What is going on? What is going
I'm just like staring around, just like, what is this feeling?
Cleanliness.
Just
After
real quick, we got him.
Okay.
The waitresses didn't dose you with anything, did they?
Yeah, you feeling all right?
Because, like,
But more alcohol. Like, they gave me a couple glasses of, like, mimosas.
Ah,
yeah, definitely plenty of mimosas. There was
Lots of booze.
lots of booze. Not the kind
Not
that
hard
Ramita
booze,
used to,
but still booze.
definitely yes.
Yeah.
Um,
the chocolate-covered strawberries were a bit stronger than you thought they'd be. Like the whole thing.
maybe a few Jello shots, because
Let's
Brunch.
go.
It was a girls' night or day, and they were all
At
off of work.
2 p.m.
They,
yeah.
they were done with
They
work
got
for
off
the day.
work. They got off work. This is true. After about 30 to 45 minutes on the public transit, you arrive into the police district. There are you see a building that is more than likely the courthouse, and off to the side is the police station, or at least one of the main major ones, with all of the vehicles that they could use, whether it's bicycle, motorbike, hoverbike, car, hover car, you name it. As well as some segways. Yes.
Nash, you
I
need a
went there.
segue.
I want to see this.
Nash on a segue? Yes, it has to be done.
I mean, feels weird for me to go on a Segway if no one else is getting a Segway. If we're getting Segways, let's get Segways.
I am not buying everyone in this campaign segways.
Look,
Why
you-
not?
you either Segway gang, you don't Segway solo.
Well, what if we all get hover bullets and you get a Segway, so you can lead the flock?
I'll lead the flock. Let's go.
Anyway, the police station.
You arrive at the police station, yes. It is a normal police station. There is several desks, people getting booked in, a lot of people up front getting asked questions. There is a barricade, of course, that you have to put your items in and go through and get scanned. And then there's the offices. How would you like to proceed?
Ben's just gonna walk up to the front desk.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Yes.
Need to. I suppose this would be the easiest way of going about it. I am. I can't remember my exact title.
I am your god.
I can't remember my title. Crap. One sec.
Honestly, I don't know if I gave you one.
I don't think we have a
gave
title.
you a role.
Are you? I guess an inspector would probably be the best thing for it.
Yeah, probably.
Let's go with that, Inspector. I'm
Okay.
an inspector from Auroran, and there has been a little bit of trouble that has led me to require the assistance of your boss. And they're
An
just gonna grin the
inspector?
entire way through.
Really, we didn't have word that there was going to be an inspector arrival.
I can keep you my credentials, of course.
Yes, please. And she hits a button on her monitor, which the counter then lights up in a, of course, paper-sized rectangle with some information and then a grid for you to scan your SIM card.
Scan it in.
It lights up.
Is there
It
anybody
shows-
in? Sorry. Is there anybody that is either in handcuffs or outside of handcuffs that I recognize? You know, just in
Are
case.
any old friends here that probably aren't so happy to see me?
No, not in this town. I'm fine. I'm clean. I'm good.
Roll investigation or perspective, or not perspective. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Perception.
17.
That one.
Yeah, there is actually.
Oh, good.
There is a dude in handcuffs behind the counter by the one of the offices, getting just sitting in a chair, and somebody you know from the.
Boston is just gonna do that typical like turn on his heel, turn around, and just light a cigarette. Keep his head down next to Nash.
I'm not here.
Nope.
I feel like Nash has seen this before.
Probably a couple of times.
Probably it's the usual occurrence. And it is somebody that you probably would have thrown in early on.
Yeah.
And somebody who regularly gets out, usually lawfully, not
A minor offense, but still.
Yeah, but still somebody that you would have definitely have done the handcuffing of. So, and you're pretty sure he's probably on his way out this time as well. But you know, paperwork's got to be processed.
Yeah.
So Finrana, the counter with the light up screen has your image, and then also has the image of your professor, as well as the university that you work at, and all of some of the permissions and some of them labeling classified. Of course, there are more under your professor's name than yours, but
Yes.
You see that there's at least one or two that has popped up under your name recently.
I got a promotion. Anyway.
she says, "Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely," because she's seeing the same thing on her screen.
Mhm.
Like, I see, understand. Okay, I will have the sheriff come and meet you. Give me just a moment, please.
Of course.
She gestures over at the bench that's across the way, for you all to sit down and wait.
Yeah.
A few moments go by, and sheriff comes over and greets you. Hand out, and hello, I am Sheriff. Man, I have to come up with a name.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
I almost went that way. I can't. Hang on.
I am so
name could be
tempted to
Norton.
spend 10K. I'm so tempted to spend 10K.
Do it.
Do
Do
it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Name the NPC.
You have the power.
This is a.
What am I naming him? 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 God.
Small badge.
Hang on a second. Can we actually go to a break right now?
Absolutely, we can.
Yeah.
And then we will come back with the said character all taken care of.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back. And we have returned. Triumphantly.
Hello, everyone. We are back from our little break. We
Oh,
have
quick
a
draw on the
name.
mute. I had to mute because I had to sneeze.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
So you decided you were the
So-
fastest draw in the West? Is that what's up?
Yeah, how quick
What's
can you
going
doodle?
on?
Good job. Good you.
Phew.
What do you?
Well, no, I said I had to say hello, and then I immediately had to mute and sneeze my brains out.
Impressive you can talk with no brain.
I would say bold of
I
you to
didn't have
assume you had
brains beforehand.
There it is.
So, like, it was more just like leftover gray matter.
Mm.
All right, let's continue our little investigation into whatever
Different.
this is. So, Benrana,
Hello.
just a few moments before, you are greeted by the sheriff of this department of police officers. Reaches out a hand and says, hello, I'm Lynx. I'm Jiff Lynx. Some people call me JP. What can I do for you?
So, I have a little bit of a problem that requires a little bit more privacy, as it were. Maybe speak in an office instead of in the front here.
Absolutely. Sure. Come with me. Is everyone here with you?
Yes.
All right. We'll just have to walk through the X-rays and I'll take you to my office, please. Let's. So he takes you to the
Wait. Before we do that, JP, if you don't mind, real quick, sir. I actually am a cowboy. I need to actually get a weapon registered for my practice, and my deputy also needs to get his stuff here. He was deputized early today.
I see. Okay. Are you certified for this area or for Vorak?
Yeah, I would say so. And if not, I'm sure the process wouldn't be that difficult because it's just moving the papers over. I also work here and here because not every bounty is in the same city state. Unless it's an absolute pain in the in the ass, and then well.
Oh, is it out of character? I was like, is this Boston saying all of this?
No, this is Brett speaking right now.
Okay.
Currently, I believe you would be for Borak and Loyalists.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we included any others, but yes, you would already be certified in this area and the oil this city-state.
Yeah, right here, sir. And he'll show his ID.
Okay. He will take his card and he will scan it, and it will pop up, and it will have just as many classified, if not more, than the Aurora and certification of both Finrana and her professor together. So, yes, absolutely. Very good. If you will step off this way, my deputy, Edward, is going to help you and put your weapons aside safely. No one else will touch them promptly, and we will continue.
You too,
It
Nash.
just takes
I can't remove my arms.
The battle axe. You gobshite.
Yeah, but look, all I'm saying is they said weapons. They didn't say axes.
No one likes a kiss ass or a dumbass. Come on.
Edward
does.
what to do.
In fact, everyone
yep,
loves Nash. For the record, all right.
Loves Nash.
yeah.
What?
Pardon?
No, go ahead. I'm done.
So a small, little, scrawny person in a brown shirt and black pants and a little badge and a little ID band. Excuse me. Yep. Right this way over here. We'll put your weapons over in the locker, and it'll be put aside. Just over this way, please, sir. And he walks you straight over to an area, then he'll swipe his badge, which is on his wrist, kind of a watch thing, and opens up the wall, opens up, and down comes a locker of sorts.
Deputy Edward, right?
Yes, sir.
Please make sure no one touches our belongings. He's very connected to his stuff.
Yep. No one will touch them but you. Just place them in here, sir. And it is a longer, locker of something you might put like ski workout stuff in.
Okay. Gonna unequip all my weapons.
As Nash is slowly pulling a weapon out after weapon of the stuff he's got stashed somewhere in his shorts apparently, or attached to his back, strapped somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where he's keeping all of these, to be honest with you.
I mean, he was in prison.
I feel like he has like a Casey Jones situation from TMNT. He has like a golf bag that he just keeps all his weapons in.
That
They
actually
just, like,
Casey!
that works for his vibe. I like that.
I like the golf. Yeah, I like the golf bag. But also remember, some of these weapons can probably extend
Well, yes.
for usage, and yeah.
He does, but there's only so many you can sort of line up. I guess he may. You know what? Yes. No.
Was that a stroke?
He's wearing short shorts. I haven't really left myself a lot of places to conceal things.
Does he have an inner thigh holster,
That's
like
what I
a
was
top?
kind of leaning to. Yeah, I think he pulls up the leg of the short just a little bit, and you see like a bandolier of weapons, and he starts pulling weapons out of that.
Nash, I can buy you a backpack if you need a backpack.
The thunder thighs protecting the weapons.
The people steal backpacks.
Sure.
Also, Edward. Can I call you Eddie? You good with me? Yeah. Eddie, right?
Yeah. That's what most of the people when you hear call me.
So Eddie, you seem a little bit nervous over there. We good?
Oh no, sir. I stutter.
You're fine, Chief. Don't worry about it.
Just
Thank you.
Just checking. He's gonna stash these. And
However, they go into the locker, and as soon as the both characters walk a step back, Eddie swipes his card, and the locker enfolds of itself, goes back into the wall, and you see it's on a turbine, and it shifts along, kind of like a laundromat. And there are many other lockers that are lined up to them, and then the wall door closes.
I'm gonna like whisper to Fen, like, do we all need to get rid of our weapons?
It is a police station, so yes, we might need to be unarmed when we're on the other side. Do not fear. We're not in any trouble or any danger, honestly.
My jacket is my weapon.
Fen looks at the spikes on the jacket. That may prove to be an issue.
Actually, for the audience, Ramita's jacket is a long-sleeved leather jacket with round, decorative metal discs. At the moment, they are flat.
But with a special word, they will shoot out and be
Shazam.
spikes.
Is it magical or technological in nature?
That is the question in this campaign, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
that word
Also,
better be cowabunga for the record.
Yeah. Or skadoosh if you're into newer pop culture references.
If you want to know, you're going to have to roll an investigation.
For the secret word, or see if it's mechanical or
jacket.
magical?
For the
magic.
jacket.
Yeah.
Investigation. That's a 12.
You
I've
don't
got
know.
to change dice again.
Also, are the spikes like this original like silver color, or are they now copperish? Like not by natural means, if you catch my drift. Wink, wink, wonk, wonk.
Wink,
Huh?
wink,
I
wink,
keep my
wink.
spikes very clean.
Okay.
It's the only thing I polish.
Okay.
They're probably more of titanium, where they just stay clean on their own.
So guys, classic, glacier, or blood
Sorry, what?
I
for
sorry.
my dice. For my dice.
Oh,
Glacier.
blood
Glacier.
for obvious reasons. Blood.
Glacier?
Oh, okay.
So we got one glacier, one blood.
I'm so
Gallons of
confused.
the stuff.
I like glacier.
Okay.
Oh no.
Do we want to tie it up, or we go with glacier?
I'll stay out of this because we're missing one.
Okay. Glacial dice.
Okay. So we everyone enters into the office. Everyone examined. The lights do all the things as they go through. As you go through, everyone passes and
Okay.
goes into the office. Please have a seat. Have a seat. I'm sorry, I don't have quite as many as the waiting room, but please make yourselves comfortable. There's 2 chairs.
Yeah. No. Fenn's gonna stay standing.
Nash will also stand.
Yeah.
I guess Granny is the only one that'll take a seat.
You know, if Granny takes a seat, Boss will take a seat.
Gosh,
feel like-
copycat.
I feel like Boston takes a seat in the way that a 90s math teacher would take a seat.
What is
Just around the whole 9.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, he probably would turn it around and just kind of like,
Lean on the back of it.
yeah, 100%.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You'll notice in the office that it is clean. The desk does have a few photos and a few personal decorations. One of those typical little mechanical balls that go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Newland's Cradle, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yep.
These are, of course, these are not metallic-y, magnetically hovering above the board that they come with. But they will work the same.
Mhm.
The office windows that go to the rest of the police office dim. The lights, or not the lights, the goes from see-through to tinted. That's the word I was, sorry. See-through to tinted for privacy. And the lights get brighter so that you are able to see each other. It's not quite so dark. And he goes, "What can I do for you? How can I help you?"
So, in my investigations and rather literally just getting here, my lodging was at the Church of Lythander. That
that is
exploded.
I am so sorry you had to stay there. That was a very tragic situation. What happened?
However, it did lead me to assisting others in finding the exact cause of it, which led me to another rather alarming discovery that a criminal element within your city has come into possession of a rather guarded state secret of Auroran.
Really now?
Really?
Can you tell me a little bit more?
That's out of character. Ben is going to insight check this dude, see whether or not his no. So I actually have a reason for this because with Boston's suspicion earlier of their teacher person
Tobias.
colleague Tobias. I could not remember
The head
his
of the
name.
church. You're fine.
What's even worse is it's my dog's name, so like I was sitting here going
It's actually my wife's maiden name. It's actually
Oh, that's cool.
Really? So coincidental. Interesting.
No, I did that on purpose. Also,
But yeah,
I would have liked to also have done the same while he said that was like a travesty, like what happened at the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Fen is very much on edge with authority figures within the city.
Okay.
I shall
Go
be
for it.
giving a splash of guidance to our bard.
And I will kind of, if I know this, pop an inspiration back his way. Like,
I
is
will
that
take
a
it.
thing?
Describe
do?
how you do it.
Well, to be fair, inspiration can be done just from me kind of like making a gesture or speaking. So the way that they could be doing is like working their magic through to her or their compatriots while speaking to him,
Mhm.
hoping to like get one of them to like, hey, check that, check this with me. I am not in the best of states recently.
It's up to you, DM. I already rolled a 9, and it's a D6 at the supple, right?
So what?
They just
Or the
have to
bardic
be able to
inspiration.
hear me.
Yeah, I'm right next to you, so.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah,
in
if
front
you're
of you.
right next to each other and you guys give each other a signal, hand signal, an elbow
Oh.
or an eye glance, that would be fine.
Roll a d6 to add to that. then.
I did. That's a total of 15.
Yay.
Awesome.
Anyway, and then my insight and guidance does what?
A D4.
Cool. So that's 12 and then a d4 because I am getting whatever I can on this. And it's only a 1, so 15.
Oh, hey!
2 15s. They both pass. He is absolutely. It was a so
Genuine
he-
reaction?
Genuine reaction. Absolutely
Okay.
sorry that you had to be there. Knowing that you're an inspector, he was a little more apologetic, thinking that you didn't deserve to stay at the church, that you probably should have had better accommodations, especially after with what happened, and wanting to know more. He wants to know more of what you know. Not that the hijinks is a surprise to him.
Yeah.
He just wants to know what more of what you're in, how much you've learned, and then that sort of thing. But yeah, genuine reaction.
In that case, Fen is going to basically spill all the beans minus all the illegal parts.
Okay.
And not any of like their suspicions or the group's suspicions.
Sure.
Just we found a cult.
Just
We
the facts, not the fluff.
Not the facts, not the speculations. Yes.
Okay. You would be right on track. We have been trying to track down a group of suspicious characters that would definitely describe them. Absolutely. We have found them here and there in our fair city, not just here in the capital, but in other areas of the state. But they do seem to be centralized in this area, and we've gotten really close to nailing them down, but we did not put them with the new church that recently came up in the last couple of months. So that is excellent work on your part.
How have you been tracking them?
Well, we have had a series of reports of missing children, but also we have had reports of break-ins of specific types. Machinists where items are stolen, as well as the recent robberies of deliveries. So we have had all of those seem to be connected one way or another with either IDs, fingerprints, and also their tactics seem to overlap. We've noticed a pattern of reports of a bus disappearing, explosions, as well as
Fires?
just regular... Yes.
Awesome.
Well, not so much the fires, but definitely the explosions. But fires do come after.
Yeah.
Yes, we can most definitely add murder to their tally.
How
Yeah.
so?
We have evidence that they literally murdered their former compatriots, and Finn's gonna point over at them, within the church before the explosion.
During the escapade.
See. This is getting more serious.
I can make it even sweeter for you if you would like.
How so?
The children that they have been taking are no longer children in body.
Explain.
There has been a theory back in the university that I unfortunately wasn't aware of, that through magical or arcane means, one can hasten the aging of beings rather exponentially. Unfortunately, it leaves the brain still within the capabilities of a child or whatever age you were. More malleable, easier to influence, however, the body of an adult.
Literally turning children into soldiers.
See. You see. He leans over and puts his palm on his desk, lights up, and the speaker opens. You hear a ding. Marguerite, send me those files from and he mentions a few dates.
Mhm.
And she's sure, yes sir, right away. Moves his hand. That's interesting news. So what would you like from myself and my department? How can we be assistance to you?
That is actually where my compatriot comes in, and they're gonna look over at Boston.
Well, first things first, compensation for giving the intel is always appreciated. But not only that, apparently Father Tobias of the Lathander Church was wanting to give the authorities, not a cowboy, information about their whereabouts. Apparently have some tips on where they might be located.
I
A
see,
more
I see.
concrete version of a base, more than the ones that we have investigated.
Well, Father Tobias is very active in the community, so it would make sense that he would have some more intel than we would. There have been occasions where I have had to go to him for information, but he's also a very, very busy man. I can't imagine half the things he has to take care of. But so do I, so we only cross paths once in a blue moon, but when we do, we share quite a bit of information with each other and get quite a bit done afterwards. So I'm not surprised at that. He's especially with the community that we have here with redemption and whatnot. A lot of people trust him more than they trust me, if you understand that.
Yeah, I do.
So we will need to I think we should coordinate. I think we should I'll give you all the manpower that I've got to help out with what is needed. As soon as we know where to go and who to get, we will be there.
Your assistance is very greatly appreciated.
Absolutely, yes. Anything else I can do for you?
I believe until we can get a more exact lead on where they are from Father Tobias, we're sort of at a standstill here, though we will be definitely passing on his information to you and your men.
Understood. Yeah.
I mean, I can call him right now.
Could we?
Sure.
If that's agreeable.
I mean, if you want to exasperate your DM, let's do it.
Oh no, I need to recharge my SIM card.
My SIM card has died. Oh no.
Let the DM have a conversation with herself with two NPCs that are going back and forth.
If you want to play that card, you can. I mean,
Let's go. We'll just sit here and
learning
watch.
Experience. All DMs need to talk to themselves at least twice before session 10. It's a rule.
We can. Do you want to? We can.
Nah,
still
we should
can go
we should
see
have
Father
the whole
Tobias.
party here for that. I think. He thinks.
Yeah.
We could. I mean, I'm open. I can do it. You want to do it? Let's do it.
We can go see Father
hold on.
Tobias and get more of a solid standpoint on where we're going with this first.
Yeah. Well, how about this? I'll contact Father Tobias to get in touch with you, so that way we're not playing middleman and my arm's not being the speaker.
Understood. Yep.
And then you'll contact us, or we'll contact you when everything's ready.
Perfect. Just let me know when the word, and we will be there. We've been able to keep track of their mishaps and their crimes, but nailing down where they are, that's been a toughie, especially with that disappearing bus.
Tell me about it. Fen just cringes a little inside.
But yeah, just let me know. Here, I will give you my direct link. And he puts his hand out for a contact. You can just
Fen.
basically a fist bump. If you
Yeah,
want.
basically.
To get
La 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 la
La la la la. There we go.
Exactly what I
Such
and
a
then
good
the
movie.
the contact information is placed in your SIM card, so you can contact them directly instead of having to go through the main receptionist.
Okay. Sounds good, sounds good.
And
Hey,
he
yo, I got the police chief on speed dial.
Nice.
He says he thanks you and escorts you out, going through the same way you went entrance, and you meet Edward, which then pulls the same SIM card, and your belongings come back untouched, displayed the way they were when you put them in. It may be a little shaken, but you know, the turntable, it moves.
Mhm.
You guys get all your stuff, walk out the front door, unscathed. What do you do now?
I suppose our next step is the church?
We can. Actually, I need to discuss something with you, Fen.
Yes.
The bill.
Bill.
Yeah. I'm doing this for work. This is personal, but I also need compensation for this.
I can most definitely contact the university about that.
Okay. Just wanted to let you know ahead of time. It's going to be a bit expensive, considering everything that's gone down.
And he's got a deputy to feed.
Yep, and I got a deputy to feed. Who's had some severe accidents since this whole situation happened.
Nash,
I
you
feel
noticed.
it will. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, as you were leaving, you noticed your SIM card had been updated and said deputy of Boston Cowboy. Or Cowboy Boston,
Jones.
as it would be. Yeah.
Cowboy Jones.
Yep.
It will most definitely probably be a combination between my university as well as your church paying you.
Sure. We will see.
It is your church's cult, after all.
I don't.
That did not inform anyone of the cult's operations for 3 to 4 months, allowing them to amass an army of children.
Boston's gonna turn around, take a few steps, and if there's anything nearby that he wouldn't have to pay a fine for punching, he's gonna punch it as hard as he can and probably pump a smite into that.
Okay.
Like a
I
lamppost,
pissed him off.
not a car or vehicle or a person. Just
I was gonna say there is a
lamppost.
nice concrete lantern urn type with a
okay.
20
Sure.
roses in it.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits it. That yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna pump in that divine smite, which is an extra 2d8, including this. And not too much on that end, but the 8 points of damage, 4 regular, 4 divine.
What do I got for toughness? Oh, here we go. Resilience. What did you do?
4 radiant and 4 bludgeoning. He's not trying to break it. He's just relieving stress and punching something hard.
Right.
He's gonna dent it real good, though.
Yeah, just put a crack in concrete.
Can I get a pen out and
it's
just write?
So he lands the punch or lands the hit. Pulls it away. There are pieces of concrete that come off, and there's a nice big crack in the center where his fist was, and it kind of goes all the way up to the lip and then sort of halfway down to the base.
Very nice.
I'm getting a drink.
You would think with a second punch he could split it in half.
Thank you for not aiming that at me.
He's just walking.
Granny's just like, we gotta fight.
You guys head to the church?
I think he needs to get booze first.
Nah, he's actually looking for any place that it would be legal to probably either drink or punch somebody. One or the other.
Okay.
Nash will follow him for sure. This is not, I feel like, the first time he's seen Boston.
Actually, yes, it is. He's
Is
never. He's always. This is the first time that someone said something like that about the place that he. Yeah, this is the first time you've seen him angry. He's been annoyed, but he's never broken someone's private property with no reason.
Yeah, he's
Public property.
Public property, yeah. He's more into breaking people's personal property or private property with their face. So, like, it's a little different.
I mean,
Um,
he's
So
going after
there was definitely a bar that would have been past eatery style, but also very, very much a bar. And it's a couple blocks away, so far enough, like that it's not a local hangout for the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I probably would say probably 20 minutes away on the bus, so halfway.
Oh, he's
But yeah,
walking.
it's
He's not taking a bus. He's walking.
He's stomping away.
I'm gonna leave this up to the players. Do you guys want to role play a conversation while you're walking, or do you want to?
If Nash wants to chat, he can.
Ben is distinctly staying away from Boston.
Yeah, Nash is he's going to try to we'll try something. You may need a drink and all, but like, what was that back there? I've seen people literally put a knife to your face and not get that reaction.
Take out a cigarette, try to light it, then just toss it to the ground and just.
I mean, now you're just wasting money too. You haven't been possessed, have you? Blink twice
No,
if
no.
you're captive.
He'll affectionately slug you in the arm.
There's something. We're getting something here, all right?
Yeah, we might have met in the place where you think you kind of seen everyone met at all. There are parts of me, NFT, that ain't exactly friendly, and it's the first time in a long time it's slipped through the cracks, literally. But the thing with the glowing, that's new.
Yeah, that looked a little bit little over the top.
Hey, everyone's got tricks up the sleeves. This one's mine.
And apparently everybody glows somehow. Did I miss the
listen.
glowing?
Dude, you grow claws and a tail. I can't grow a tail.
You know about the claws?
Dude, we were in prison together.
But yeah, that's okay. Yeah, baby, I forgot. Sometimes I forget that, like, yeah. But I don't glow. All right, I'm not a lightning bug.
You do have a radiant shine about you.
I mean, that's just my boyish good looks.
Eh.
And the yellow eyes sometimes.
Yeah, there it is.
It's.
You can tell all the smiles right now. They're very. You've known him for long enough. They're very forced and like just. He's putting on the smile to put on the smile.
Yeah.
He's trying to be endearing because you're trying to help.
I mean, look.
You can tell the inspector that they're fine. Probably. Just if someone said something about their place that they call home, the school, the academy, whatever the fuck, they'd probably behave the same way. And if you don't want people talking shit about your place that you call home, don't talk shit about people's home. Everything's got to be fair. Doesn't make it perfect, but timing is very, very important. Take out another cigarette, and this time actually light it and probably take it in one long drag.
I mean, I'd go check on the inspector if I was worried about the inspector.
Rim is hanging around Finn. Just a heads up.
By the time you reach the bar, it is mid-afternoon, closer to when everyone gets off work. So it's getting close to happy hour. Probably take advantage of that.
Oh yeah.
Benrana, Ramita, are you guys doing anything?
Ben is trying to understand the explosive reaction.
And Rim being a person that's lived in the same place for a long time, just kind of looks up as like, when you love someplace and you've been there, it's not fun. When someone says something negative.
Yes, but he made it sound as if the university was completely at fault and therefore must take the entire brunt of the cost. When his half shared an equal part, the only thing mine has done is supplied a little bit of acid.
I mean, you're the only one that's currently employed. And he needs a payday. Not saying that your church has to be the one to do it, but they have known about this. And they were the ones, like, not only did they have the part, I can't explain stuff. I'm sorry. Old lady brains.
You're fine. Honestly, it's less that and more he takes shots at me and I take shots back and he breaks a building.
Some people have different ways of coping. Your raising was not fighting versus like my raising was fighting. Like, we get mad, we fight it out. We don't talk it out. So it can be difficult when you run into people like this. Like you, for example, for me. Like, if I got mad at you, I'd want to punch you.
Don't punch me. It would hurt rather a lot, and I'm fairly certain you could knock me out.
See?
It would be
very
extremely painful. for you.
It would be extremely painful for me.
For me.
For me.
It's a reaction, yes, and it did go a little too far, but you also got to understand where everything's coming from. Like,
I do. There's a reason why I reacted that way.
I mean, you're employed now from your church specifically on this case, whereas we were all just doing it before.
It's a school.
Sorry, your school beforehand. Like, before you were just kind of here, and now they're really employing you. You got a promotion, all that stuff, whereas the rest of us are just kind of here. You know? It kind of would make sense that your church would want the best people on it, and these guys seem to know kind of where things are coming from.
Saying not reparations, blah, 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 blah. Payment should not be allotted, especially by my side, as apparently we let a secret spill. However, it's more of the fact that he believed it was completely on me. As if my side, apparently, was completely at fault, even though truly religion is the source of this. Anyway.
I think we just need to understand each other better. And, like, I think apologies on both ends should be necessary, because right now we're working together. We can't be fighting like this.
That is a fair understanding of the situation, yes. Clang, clang, clang.
Some sort of trouble over there, Nash. Nash, you having all right? You hit a garbage can for some reason. Or a garbage bin.
Thick thighs, bro.
Look, I was just really... Look, all I'm saying is you don't have to apologize. But...
I'm just saying, look, because she's the highest member of authority, I figure that the government that I'm having to do this job for would have to pay for it, not the church that is either being victimized or being used for a front of organized crime. That's my approach for it.
I mean, you got some points. The church that is rebuilding its whole temple is probably not really cash liquid right now, you know?
Yeah, no.
But also, like, I'm
fine taking payment from the sheriff. I'm fine taking payment from the sheriff, but I figured they could send the bill to the sheriff, but then they said something personal.
I mean,
but, you know what?
We don't really need to get into the invoicing dynamics. It feels really early to be talking about all of that. But what I can say is I'm more worried about what's going on in here than I am about what's going on. And I don't mean the wallet in your jacket. I mean what's underneath it.
Yeah, my wallet's fine, yeah.
All right. Just...
I ain't mad at them anymore. Ben, come here, I'm gonna buy you a drink.
And if I say I do not drink, what would you say to me then?
I'll buy you a milkshake. I mean, what do you want?
That is agreeable.
Yeah, it's happy hour. They got milkshakes.
Do they really?
I'm sure they do.
I thought it was a bar.
Yeah, but this is people live around here like kids. So they ain't gonna just start giving booze to kids. They got milkshakes.
Mudslides are a thing. It's just a milkshake with alcohol, but you can take out the alcohol.
True.
Virgin mudslide, yay!
It's like Geisendolls when he keeps giving the nun the drink. I completely forget which one it is, and she keeps drinking. She's like, the alcohol's in here to make sure the milk doesn't spoil, and she downs like 7 of them over the night. She's just like, oh no.
No.
I'm not going to spike Fenn's drink.
Ben would know. Ben hasn't drank ever.
It shows.
Yeah, I don't doubt.
There's several specials. Some of the top shelf are discounted at 30%. There are some buy one get one free, or get a meal and get unlimited drinks, that sort of thing.
He would buy the equivalent of. He said, "Just give me the margarita mix with as much whipped cream and fresh strawberries you can get, but no alcohol. Like, just make it basically a slushy with whipped cream and fruit."
That's exactly what you get.
And he gives one to Fen, and he gets one of those for everyone. But then he also gets a bottle for those that want to put it inside the margarita mix.
Just add shots. It's fine.
Yep. Yeah. Why not?
All right. For all of that, for night out drinking, we'll say it's about, at a discount, probably a total of $2K. Meals, drinks, all of that, because of happy hour, so $2K.
Yeah.
Not bad for that area.
Yeah. Not terrible at all.
After several shots and several drinks, and you guys are feeling warm and fuzzy, and whether or not apologies have been made, we could probably RP later. I feel like this might be a good time to stop. Good place to stop. And we will come back next week with our entire cast in tow, and we'll see if we get an encounter.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming and showing up, and we appreciate anyone and everyone who's been watching, relatives or not. We're gonna close it off here, and we'll go through the same rigmarole of introducing ourselves and our social medias, where you can find us if you want to see more of any other kind of content we make. Let's start with Brett, and we'll go down the line.
Hi. I was Boston Jones today. He's kind of he struck a nerve, is all I'm gonna say. Fen struck a nerve, not intentionally, and it hit him harder than I think anyone expected, especially me. I didn't think he'd do that, but then he did. But we'll RP his response later. I'm just Brett, everywhere, or the Cloak DM and other platforms. Check me out on YouTube. Check me out on Twitch, where actually me and Fan/Bloodlust every Friday play Fall Guys.
Huzzah!
For like 2 hours, and it's a whole good time. Yeah. Thank you for having me as always.
Awesome. Bloodlust King, how is Fenrana thinking, feeling, and what are your socials?
Ben is definitely kind of off kilter from all of this, because they were not expecting to get themselves wrapped up into a whole big investigation where they're now in charge. They had very different goals coming here. And so now they're just kind of rolling through punches, and now very confused on where they stand with Boston.
At least not all the punches.
Not all the punches. No, one of them hit the building. Oopsies. But yeah,
That can be taken out of his bill.
There we go. Right.
At the moment, nobody saw it.
Shh.
Yeah.
There's cameras everywhere. Anyway.
Yeah.
I am Bloodlust King. I am a VTuber here on Twitch, as well as I do some stuff on TikTok, and I can always be contacted through Twitter. Yeah.
Awesome. Darkness, if you could please repeat the special that you're partner has going on with their work, and let us know what Ramita is thinking of this whole thing.
Coolio. So the code is don't break 20. It's for $20 off an order of 120 or more. Or is it just specific? I can't remember the exact details on that part, but I think it's just 120 or more. And orders over 99 are free shipping. And Ramita is feeling her granny vibes big time right now because she's had to she feels like she needs to step in and stop the fighting within everyone, like her grandchildren, you know? So she's a little nervous about the whole fight going on, but other than that, she's still looking forward. And I am not sociable, so...
If you sing Hello Darkness, My Old Friend 7 times in a bathroom on a blood moon after killing a rabbit, she might give you a text message.
But first,
Very
you must do the
specific.
Macarena.
There you go. Backwards.
First.
Tony, please, what is Nash going through mentally, emotionally, and is he reconsidering that backpack?
Is he reconsidering the backpack?
Considering he wears really tiny biker shorts and a tank top, he doesn't really have much to carry his stuff with except his 2 hands and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at this moment, there is theoretically a storage solution that should be his in the future. But at this moment, we're ignoring that reality because there are bigger things afoot.
Yes.
And I mean, it's not like he has a lot to carry anyway. It's fine. And he's got his thigh bandolier, so
Sure.
I'm imagining that he literally just like takes it and he builds it as he's about to swing up with his axe.
Oh god, there are too many jokes here. But yeah.
You put that rod however you want to, buddy. I ain't gonna stop you.
Mm-hmm. So we're
Sorry.
trying to guide to the end of the show here.
Nope.
Everything's fine.
We will train wreck this thing all the way through.
Look, I
It's
did
gonna
great
be a
today,
slow crash. It's just
but
watch it fall
But
apart.
anyway, so, yeah, Nash, I mean, is mostly just worried about his friend, right? This is the second time Boston has sort of like let normal things slide, like his normal boundaries slide. And that's disconcerting to him. So he's gonna gotta keep an eye on that. He still doesn't know what to do with Granny. And
Her apparent hatred of baths.
the
You might have to introduce a sponge bath system, man. I'm just saying.
look, we're not role playing a sponge bath scene. That's not happening. No.
I'm just
Ain't
I
that
don't
kind of
know
stream,
how-
is it?
That's not that kind of a show.
I'm actually thinking going more towards the anime side. If anyone knows what Ranma 1/2 is, bless you.
Just gonna drink this definite
I
water.
do.
I was
Let's
gonna say,
go.
this
And
is,
it's just everywhere. Suddenly, the halfling is wet. Just suddenly, just out of
Just
nowhere,
suddenly
and
wet.
it's it's just because of Nash. Just like,
Mhm.
oh look, there's a bucket of water. Kick.
So,
okay.
so for those who don't know Ramen 1/2, it's an older anime. It's fantastic, and every time this dude gets wet, he gets transformed into a girl. If it's cold water, if it's warm water, he gets turned direct into a boy. The whole thing, it's garbage, and I love it. There's
Part
also a
of
guy
it-
that turns into a pig.
And the
That-
panda bear.
Yes.
A panda bear.
But part of the curse, of course, this is the curse. Part of the curse is that no matter how long, no matter where the warm water comes from, they always happen to get splashed with cold water. It's like inescapable.
Yes.
So and always at the weirdest awkward moments. So like I'm just
Naturally.
imagining half, the old
Also,
granny.
apparently, he turns redheaded.
Yeah.
Like, what was the logic there?
Right. But just suddenly we have
Shut
a
up,
bucket
Tony.
of water every episode.
To finish that off, I'm
No.
trying to get us to the end here.
For 4 minutes. Spend 4 minutes.
We are trying.
To
We are train
finish
wreck.
us off here. Yeah, I mean, he's got there's just a lot going on that is sort of above his head, and that he's sort of along the ride for. So we'll figure the rest out as we go. But I've been Nash. I don't even know that I said anything about me. I'm Tony. I've been Nash for this, and sometimes I'm Nash when I don't mean to be. But you can find me online, mostly on TikTok at Tony Will Edit. So fun time.
And that is our crew for tonight. We will be getting Rev back next week, and maybe we'll get an encounter. We've been doing a lot of role playing, which is great. This crew is absolutely great with role play. Love it. We are role play heavy. We are story bound. As you guys can tell, we are breaking character. I am Gear Sparks, the DM for this madness, this homebrew craziness. Thank you for joining us. You can join me at Gear Sparks on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube if I decide to upload more there. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next week at 9:30 on Wednesday. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Toodaloos.